Jim Brown didn't retire because his body gave out. He retired because he refused to let anyone else decide when his story ended. And he did it at 30, at the absolute peak of his powers, with a typewriter and one unforgettable letter. Born in 1936 on St. Simon's Island, Georgia, Brown barely knew his parents growing up. His father left almost immediately. His mother headed north to find work, leaving him in the care of his great-grandmother. She raised him in the segregated American South, a place that demanded black children stay invisible and grateful. She taught him the opposite. When he eventually joined his mother on Long Island, the quiet boy from Georgia turned out to be something nobody had ever quite seen before. 13 varsity letters in high school: basketball, baseball, track, lacrosse, football. Around 45 scholarship offers on the table. Even the New York Yankees came calling. He turned them down. One man, a local attorney named Kenneth Malloy, pushed to get him into Syracuse University. The school initially said no, reportedly because they didn't want black athletes. So Malloy went door to door through the neighborhood, raising private money to pay Brown's first year himself. An entire town bought a young man a future that a university wouldn't. What Syracuse got in return was something they hadn't bargained for. In one game against Colgate in 1956, Brown personally scored 43 points, a national college record that stood for 34 years. He was also a first-team All-American in lacrosse, and to this day, he remains the only person simultaneously enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, the College Football Hall of Fame, and the National Lacrosse Hall of Fame. The Cleveland Browns drafted him 6th overall in 1957. What followed is simply the greatest rushing career in NFL history. Over 9 seasons, Brown never missed a single game, won 8 rushing titles, earned 3 MVP awards, and averaged more than 100 yards per game across his entire career, a record no one has matched in 6 decades. After every carry, no matter how hard the hit, he'd rise slowly, hand the official the ball, and stroll back to the huddle like he had all the time in the world. He did it deliberately, never let them see what it cost. While still at the height of his football career, he quietly began building something else, an acting career and an economic movement. He founded what became the Black Economic Union, connecting black entrepreneurs with funding and opportunity, because as he put it, green power was the path to everything else. In 1967, he convened one of the most remarkable gatherings in American sports history, bringing Muhammad Ali, Bill Russell, a young Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and others together to publicly stand behind Ali's draft refusal. Jim Brown called that meeting. He was the only man with the standing to fill that room. Then came the letter. When Cleveland Browns owner Art Modell publicly threatened to suspend Brown for reporting late to training camp, he was filming The Dirty Dozen in England. Brown didn't argue. He typed a short, dignified retirement notice and signed it, "Your friend, Jim." He was 30 years old and never played another down. Modell eventually admitted on camera that forcing that choice was the worst decision of his career. It took him 36 years to say it. Brown never waited around for the apology. He spent the following decades doing exactly what he wanted, acting in major Hollywood films, mentoring gang members at his own dining room table, and building a path forward for anyone willing to walk it. In 2016, Cleveland unveiled a bronze statue of him outside the stadium. In May 2023, he passed away at 87, at home, at peace. If this story moved you, hit like and subscribe. These are the lives worth remembering.